Bam! Check ball. We up Monday edition. What is going on? It's your favorite team, Uncle Tendencies in the building with everybody loves Juju 1 2. Juju, what's happening?
What's happening, y'all? What's happening? How do I sound? Can you hear me? 1 2. Check 1 2. What's happening,
Emily,
Cess?
what's up, fam? New 3 2 1. Good morning. What's going on? What's going on? Cold world. What's good? Come on in. Come on in.
My little hat is crooked.
Ju, it was a lot of hoops on. It was a lot of hoops on. What's going on?
Love it. I loved it. I just had a. It was so much going on. It was just like a smorgasbord where you just looking at the buffet trying to choose what you want to eat and how you want to eat it and how you could digest it. And I'm excited. I told you, conference play is what it's all about. That's all I can tell you. So what's going on? Well, you want to jump right in some stuff, or what you want to do?
Yeah, go ahead. Get started.
Let's just start off with a hot topic. Before I get to the hot topic, I want to just say I just want to throw out a little uh, moment of just wish and hope and prayer for these players before they play. I try to now just take a moment and say a prayer because injuries are just you know they're just awful. They're just sad, and they probably got about 14 games left in conference. And to see Ashland tweaking herself, and then Paige, going down with it's just cringy. It makes me gasp, and I know how important these two young ladies are to their teams. Um, that it, I I want them. I like physical play sets. I do. I like hustle. I like you know um, all that comes with it, but sometimes I'm seeing some things out there that are just unnecessary. And that that I know that Ashland's was non-contact, okay, but Paige's was just unnecessary. You weren't gonna get that ball, and so like chill out. That's all I gotta say. And but yeah, let's just wish and hope for a speedy recovery for both of them because it's so important to their teams. Next, the very last game that I saw before I went to sleep was obviously the Rutgers USC game. Um, and I really just want to focus on Coach and Kiyomi, and Cess is gonna help me with this. So I waited and waited, and I was waiting to see like what is Coach Key's gonna say. Um, you know, if the reporters dare to ask her about Kiyomi, which they did, and you could tell that her demeanor changed. She was careful with her words. She paused. It was almost like a deep hurt inside. Like I could see body language, and I felt it. And then she talked about a coach who shared something about how he approaches his style of coaching and how he approaches coaching with calling it a ministry. And basically, when you think of ministry, we know that's a spiritual concept of in your role as a coach and as a leader that you're in charge with these young women's lives, not just on the court. Like, and it says you talk about it a lot with Don, and you talk about it with her in terms of like how she cares for her players, more so just than just basketball. Them as people, Pat had some was a lot like that. Her players always spoke about that. Um, And Dawn, one thing I've never really seen as much or heard about is the relationship she has with their parents are really important, and she chooses children, youth, based on that, players based on that. And if she has to talk to them during season, she would. And you know, who has time to do that? But if she takes her time to do that, that's amazing. So she was just saying that she had to make that decision. Uh, I guess based just for the sake of Kiyomi, whatever Kiyomi's going through or whatever she has done. Um, One thing I know from the good book is that correction is a form of love. So by sitting her out, whatever she has done is worthy of and deserving of the coach's decision to not play her. Now, I just wanted to soften the blow on Kokisa if anybody had any feelings of like, why would a coach do that? You know, no, listen, nobody's above the team. Pat had Summit when Candace came back late from the hotel with her boyfriend and missed something or another, and they were gonna play DePaul, and she was it's a home game for her. It was a game where she was returning back to Chicago, where she had coaches, friends, family from years on, and everybody was waiting for this game. I was waiting for the game, the DePaul game, and to find out that coach wasn't going to play her or start her like that, and I think she came in late, wait, real late. It was the most I never. It was the I was like, Pat, are you seriously gonna do that to Candace Parker? If she could do that to Candace Parker, she could do this to this freshman Kiyomi Miller. Now, you and I spoke backstage, and you had some more that I think you want to go into, and I think you should. This be a good place if you want to jump in because you got more understanding on some stuff, and that was great than I do because I want to know what it is. What's happening with Kiyomi? You want to go right there?
So let me see who's in the chat first.
Cool, cool, cool,
Emily,
cool.
what's good? Pharaoh X, I'm getting an echo on your end, Ju.
Okay.
Political Lil, what's happening? Good, good. It's breakfast and morning coffee. Check up, baby. Jeffrey in the chat. What's going on? Good morning, everyone. I know you're talking about college basketball. Did you see the New England Patriots fired the head coach yesterday? Yeah, I had already
Yeah.
seen that coming. I told people he was fired last week. Uh, FM was good. Yeah, prayers up for Ashland. Prayers up for Paige. Um, I get the hustle plays. I get the hustle plays, but it's never
Mhm.
you never want to hustle for a play in detriment of somebody else. Like be
Mhm.
aware, be
Mhm.
aware, be aware. I know that there's pressure to
Yeah.
make plays, but just be aware. We have been having such a good season. We have
Mhm.
been blessed not to have very many injuries. I don't know if I'd heard of a lot of injuries at all this weekend. I mean, just a reminder of how precious it is to be able to play this game.
Yeah.
How precious it is to be able to play this game. So prayers up for both of them.
Mhm.
Good morning, FM. Frank Wright, yeah, what's good? MJ Lover 23 in the building. What up, though? DL, good morning. So here we go.
Where to
Reportedly,
start?
she refused to go back in the game when they were being blowed out. Agreed regarding the team.
Mm.
So in the discussion yesterday, when we were in therapy, when we were in the hoops therapy last night,
Mhm.
and then even some more in the Discord when we were talking about players' responsibilities to show up.
Mhm.
Um, Now it's my understanding that and I went back and watched the Maryland game. She got benched in the Maryland game.
Oh.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
so the game before this one, so for those of y'all who aren't familiar with what took place, Kiyomi McMiller,
Mhm.
superstar at Rutgers University, freshman. Um, they played USC yesterday, number 4 in the nation. She was benched by the coach. Coach's decision not for her to play yesterday, and,
Mhm.
and she took it upon herself to make a post to her fans to explain why she wasn't why she wasn't playing. Never seen anything like it before. Like, and then it was like to her fans. Typically is typically if something like that happens,
Mhm.
um, and let me know if MJ Lover, I see your comment. Let me know if other people are having issues. Typically when something like that happens, you would hear if there was going to be a statement made, it would come from the coach, the school, the team, however that's going to go. But it came from her Instagram page. She let her fans know uh, that she wouldn't be playing against USC, and she let us know that this was the number 4 ranked team in the nation, and this decision was because of her head coach, Coquise Washington, and um, you know, God bless everybody. You know, from Kiyomi the product McMiller is paraphrasing, but that was pretty much it. Um, so prior to this game that she was the coach's decision not to play, she got benched. I went back. We watched this game last night in the Discord. I didn't see, and people in the chat were telling me, "Oh, she was crashing out at the game, yelling at her coach, yelling at her, yelling at her teammates."
Mm-hmm.
I went back to see that from the different angles.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually. I saw some things that were like, hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So she stepped out of bounds. I mean, she threw a mini tantrum, jumped up and down on on the ref, yelled at the ref's face in the ref's face. Um, she has moments where she plays like a freshman and out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some of the things that were shared by people who were in the game that at that game that shared them on the internet were that hey, I'm sitting at the game. This is not me. These are some of the things that were shared on the
Yeah.
internet. I'm
Yeah.
sitting by her father. He's yelling instructions over the coach to
Mm-hmm.
her, and she's listening more to her father, who's
Mm-hmm.
coached her
And
forever.
she's a point guard, mind you. She's the point guard, so there has to be that
Uh,
connection with the coach, right? She's a starter.
right? But her
Okay,
father
and
has
the
coached her
and the father's yeah,
probably since she was a kid, probably since she started in basketball.
yeah,
So you got that going on. Somebody else reported that she's yelling at coaches, she's yelling at teammates. Uh, she's playing
but
out of
not in an
control.
enthusiastic way, right? Like when you say
No,
like
not encouraging, yelling,
instructions.
hollering
Okay,
at somebody.
okay.
Um, so for me, all of this. So here, let me give y'all my take first of all. Let me tell you, and like I said last night, for those of y'all who missed it, if I was Coquise Washington, that
Mm-hmm.
nice what she said, that was really nice in her ministry. She would sit down another game. She would sit down another
Ooh,
game for me
ooh,
because see, you have to
ooh.
understand that
Okay,
there was
good
I
stuff.
gave some corrective action,
Right, right,
and you lashed out at that action. I know what you tried to go to the internet. Okay,
right,
no problem.
right,
No, you was out of line. Now, if you,
right,
so, since you didn't understand my punishment, then
right.
you'll sit down again because you're still challenging. You're challenging me as the head coach. Nobody is still bigger than this team, and that was the
Right,
lesson
right.
that I was teaching. So the corrective action would continue until we got it correct. Number one.
Damn.
Number two, and we were talking about this in MJ. You here in
Mm-hmm.
the chat, so chime in. We talked about the fact morning. We talked about the fact that this is a Jordan Brand athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, and MJ, I hope you don't mind me sharing. Your point was at this point the only people, because to me the Coquise needs to have a conversation with the family. But see, you wouldn't be able to sit behind my bench no more
Correct.
if you can't
Right.
respect me as the head coach and understand that
Correct.
I'm running this
Correct.
team. I respect what you do as a coach, but
Start
there's a
with that.
conversation that has to be had. If you can't respect that, don't sit here, and you wouldn't be able to buy a
Start
ticket
with
to
that.
sit behind my bench. Sit
Start
up
with
in the
that.
up at the top of the rafters
Yes.
over here. I don't care. Watch from home, but
Yes.
I run Rutgers, and so that I would make that very clear.
I like that.
And
I
MJ
like that.
MJ even
I
offered
like
that
that. I
at
like
this
that.
point, maybe
For sure.
the only people that could speak to her parents would be Jordan Brand because now we're backing you and this looks
Mm.
a certain way. And so MJ,
Mm.
if you still in the chat and don't mind adding that
So what do you
information
mean?
into
So would you bring?
well,
How
she's a
would you?
brand.
I
She's a
mean,
brand. Hey, we're a brand. We are a brand. You are a Jordan athlete. We need you
mm,
to be a certain way on the court. We need you to be on the court. We're
mm-hmm,
paying you
right,
to be on the court. Now,
right,
what I
right.
understand is she was suspended already once this season. We 13 games in. You're
Damn.
a freshman. You ain't been on. You ain't been on.
You
You
went
haven't
behind
been
the
on the
ears.
campus.
You ain't
You
even
haven't
been
been on
here
campus long
here.
enough to get suspended. So from what I understand, there was a suspension for missing practice. You're here to go. You're here to play basketball and go to class. How you missing practice?
You're not
Got to be
above
locked
the
in.
team.
Got to be locked in. See, got to
Yeah,
be locked in here. So for me, like I said, the corrective action will continue until you can understand the correct behavior.
yeah.
Period. Nobody's
Hmm.
bigger than the team. Now,
Right.
I'm not throwing any kid away because you're
No.
young. You make mistakes.
Right.
No problem. Um, I know some people went as far as to say she should apologize publicly and all that. I don't care nothing about that. If you feel like she should put a post out or something, fine. I don't care nothing about that. But for me, she needs to address it with her coach. But first, she needs to address it with herself. Then she needs to
Mm-hmm.
address it with her coach, and she needs to address it with her teammates. And there needs to be at least a closed door meeting where she takes some accountability
Yeah.
for this behavior.
Closed door.
And as
Yeah.
the point guard, if you're supposed to be the floor general and the leader, then you're gonna have to step up. But I understand that this is a lot to put on a freshman, so expect
Mm-hmm.
some mistakes. But
Yeah.
going to the internet, nah, we ain't doing that. Let me jump into some of these comments real quick because I said a lot. Let's see. FM, thank you so much for the membership, fam. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Groovy, what up? See Jacqueline, we're spazzing. Okay, you sit out. You sit out of yelling distance where can't nobody hear you. Back over here. But see, I shouldn't even have to tell you that because you would want that respect yourself at your game and
Mm-hmm.
it's your program. You don't want no parents hollering over you, telling
Mm-hmm.
your players what to do. So respect me as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
You're not coaching her no more. She's at
Mm-hmm.
Rutgers. Yeah, Tessa Johnson's on fire. We're gonna get to her. Her dad sounds like Julian and Jay Newman dad. Okay, I ain't familiar with them. She say
Oh, really?
she's the
You think
product,
so?
so she got to carry herself like one. Yep, come on, talk about it. I agree. As a former coach, I would have been livid.
Mm-hmm.
She was so calm. She was so calm. I saw a tweet come out from
Mm-hmm.
a former Rutgers from a Rutgers alumni that said,
Uh-huh.
"Don't let these new generation of kids fool y'all on what Rutgers basketball really represents. See, not bigger than the program." That was April Sykes. Um, the father
Mm-hmm.
is the catalyst to his daughter, and
Mm-hmm.
circumventing the coach has never been the way to go. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not at all.
As a Jordan branded student athlete, being a generational talent is just one factor in being a Jordan brand athlete. Those thinking is just about her talent isn't thinking of it all the way through. It's a business. Yeah, take the time, hit them likes, please. Handle in-house definitely. Emotional immaturity. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional immaturity. But
Mm-hmm.
you took it outside,
Absolutely.
so I'm gonna have to bring it back in. And I'm bringing it back
Yep.
in by you gonna sit down.
Yep.
Sit down over here and
Yep.
understand that you quit on you and you
Mm-hmm.
quit on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You quit on me. You quit on the
Mm-hmm.
team.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to figure that out.
Absolutely.
This is a young person's mistake. Exactly. I hope she can get with the right people to straighten this out. Getting suspended for a game should have an athlete follow the rules enough to play. They're right. So the suspension one game already didn't. This is my concern.
Mm-hmm.
That's my concern. You already been suspended once this year, and then this. I agree. She has to understand she is a brand, also missing a great opportunity to play against Juju. Right. And now you in your feelings because you don't get to play against Juju, but you're not playing against Juju because of you. Haha. See what I'm saying? That because of you. This why you're not playing against Juju. Ain't about nobody else. Ain't about nobody else. So you in the mirror. This is why you had a great opportunity to play
And I feel
Juju at home.
you
At
had a
home,
you
you won't
did
be at
at
home against Juju
home.
next year.
At
You
home,
won't be
and
at
I
home
feel
against Juju next year.
yeah, and you missed
Go
up.
ahead.
And I think this, and I just want to jump in real quick. I just think too. I felt like I've seen this type of person before, and what I felt like she was gonna do was try to take over. I was hoping I was gonna see if she was mature enough to pick her spots, um, to put on the show, to put out a product up there,
Okay. Let me throw this
showcasing
out,
next
Jude.
to Juju. But I felt like she
Check
was
this
not
out.
gonna ignore her teammates and go off.
She got benched at the Maryland game. Now
Uh huh.
I'm gonna tell you why that's important because she was at
Okay.
home.
Okay.
This was her chance to go back. She's a Maryland kid. She's a Silver Springs Maryland kid. So now she's back
Oh.
at Maryland playing at
Oh.
Maryland, and this is the
Right.
game she got benched in because why?
Oh.
She was pressing to try to show out at the crib.
Sure.
Okay,
Oh.
to me,
Oh
this
yeah.
is what I feel like. This is what I feel like.
Yes.
Your game
It is what it was. It is.
and and Sellers was cooking you. Sellers came out to cook you at Maryland to show you I'm Maryland, and Sellers
I'm
was balling.
Maryland. I'm Maryland.
I'm supposed to though. This who? This is who?
Yeah.
I know you coming
Yeah.
home to shine,
Yeah.
but I'm the one representing the University of Maryland.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
show up. So
Yeah.
it's a head to head battle. Don't overlook me trying to get to
Yeah.
Juju. I'm here too, and
Yeah.
so and I know people were like, "Oh, Coquise is crazy." she's gonna sacrifice the game. Listen, Rutgers wasn't gonna beat USC, so let's get that out there first. Rutgers
Let's
wasn't
move
gonna
that
beat
out of the way.
USC. They couldn't beat Maryland, and I
No.
don't think they beat Wisconsin or beat them by two. I don't know. I think they might have lost to Wisconsin. Somebody remind me in the chat. So her not being in the game against USC didn't cost them the game. Okay,
No.
let's get that out of our mind. Let's not even
No.
buy into none of that. That's not what's
No.
going on here. Okay, it wasn't
No.
like it was gonna be close. That wasn't it.
No.
This was an opportunity for you
It
to
was just
come
an
out sharpen iron
opportunity. Yeah.
against iron,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
see how you stack up against these teams. You
Yeah.
maybe been able to get into a back and forth with Juju. Something fun,
Yeah.
something
Something
entertainment for the
fun.
people.
Yeah.
Um,
And it could help her
but
freshman cause because we saw Strong against USC, and Strong made a hell of a case. We did. We haven't got a chance to see Joyce. We got to see Silva. We got Kennedy on the team, and we haven't. We probably won't play. I wanted her. That was her time to make her case. Like I can play against top four teams. Look at me, freshman of the year. But it's your character, it's your leadership, it's uh, how you carry yourself in the community on the team. That there's your grades, your stats, everything goes
mhm.
into that freshman award, and you just shitted on it because I just saw your character, and now you're telling me something that happened at Maryland. Damn, Kiyomi, I had you like right
Well, she got
behind
benched at
Tara.
she got benched at Maryland. So let me see whether Kiyomi likes it or not. She will have to play the game exactly in her mind to get back on the court after the season. She can make her decision on what she wants to do going forward. Right, and that was the thing. 10% of this
Like
is your
she got
talent.
a
90% of
choice.
this 90% of
Who?
this is how you take care of your business. 10%, it's a whole lot of talented people sitting in the hood. I told you that last night because they couldn't
Yes,
play
I
the game.
agree.
They couldn't take care of
Yes,
business. It's a whole lot.
yes.
It's more talented. It's
I
more
know a
talent sitting in the hood
lot.
than I'm telling y'all. It's better basketball players at the crib than
Yes,
we've seen in the league.
yes,
But they couldn't play.
yes,
They couldn't take care of business. So we won't see them in the league.
yes.
And so yeah, she can make her decision on where she goes, what she does. Right. Then the father, you're undermining a black woman when we already under disrespect attacks. For
Mm.
for now, she has to be one of many student athletes and follow the rules set forth. You know, political ill coming right to it.
With the
Fourth, that
bloody.
the team has to follow. You
Yeah.
know, emotional
Okay.
immaturity, but give the freshman the grace to make changes. Absolutely, I'm here for the grace to make changes. What I'm concerned about, FM, and let me know is this is the second change that you're having to make, and we're not 15 games in. I've had to suspend you, I've had to bench you, and I've had the coach's decision not to play you, and we're not 15 games in. What are we missing here? Because you still think, and then after I told you you're not gonna play, you still went and made up. I'm bigger than the team move. So emotional immaturity, and I'm giving the grace and space to make changes, but I have to start. I have to see some changes. This you trending in the wrong direction here. You got you missed practice, got suspended, got benched, got a coach's decision not to play, and then went public on the internet. Like I want to understand. Help me understand how we fix this because I'm concerned that all I've had this many infractions and I'm not 15 games in. I'm 3 games into conference. That's concerning for me. No player is bigger than the team or coach. Period. Uh, the same thing that happened when she was at Trinity Collegiate. Okay, here we go. Because,
Here
see,
we
this is the
go.
other part about it. She played for
Now
one
it's a
year at South
trend.
Carolina. She played it 1 year for South Carolina, okay? And what they said was that she was upset about Don not recruiting her. I believe Don backed off. Gino backed off. I believe
What?
Moki. I'm not sure about
I,
Moki, but in the
what?
chat yesterday, it was specifically mentioned that Don and Gino backed off. The same thing happened when she was at Trinity Collegiate here in South Carolina. Dad doesn't respect the coach and cause turmoil. She listens to him because he has always been her coach, and he has to recognize that and let her go. He has to be able to step back too, and it's hard to let go. It's hard to let go, but you took her as far as you could take her. So unless you're going to get a job at the college, pop, you got to coach her in the off season, homie. You got to be an advisor now. It's hands off. Let's see.
Mm.
Once the product gets spoiled, ooh, acting out and disrespecting your coach and team, nobody wants it anymore. She got to lock in and think about what she does. If she wants a career, yeah, it's big decisions now. She needs to get in mental health protocol. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Even if the coach was talking to her crazy, how bad do you want to play? Do you care about your teammates enough to follow the rules that would allow you to play? Yeah,
Who said
you
coach
making a
was talking
commitment.
to her crazy? When did we
No,
say that?
even if
Uh
he
huh.
started that with even if the coach was not nobody knows. He said even if the
Oh.
coach was talking to you crazy, how bad do you want to
Oh.
play?
How about do you
You
want
you
to play?
not playing against Juju because of you. Yeah, Kiyomi may not get another chance to play against Juju in college again. That is a huge game she missed. Well, they Big Ten. So if she
They're
stays
Big
at
Ten.
Rutgers and Juju
Yeah.
stays at USC,
Then they come to
she should
L.A.
be able to
next
come to
year.
USC next year.
Yeah,
And
we'll
this
go
is
see
off of
her.
a benching she had earlier in the season decisions. Parents have to hold their kids accountable, as well as regardless if the child is the breadwinner. Okay, like mom said it best. SC girls play behind Dawn. Dawn is the leader, and no one is bigger. But we also know that Lay's mom said, "What? I want somebody to hold my daughter accountable," which means she understood that she had to step out and let someone else hold her daughter accountable in this basketball space. That's not giving up who she is as a mom. But in this basketball space, Dawn and the coaching staff hold her accountable, and her teammates. The program holds her accountable. Frank Wright, then he needs to coach her his damn self. Sound like she's subconsciously ducking smoke. Ooh,
Ooh.
okay. Missed opportunity for
Ooh.
real. A whole lot of self life lessons. I hope she gets this lesson. Absolutely. And that's the thing that we hope the most. When her father has her believing that she is better than everyone
Hmm.
else, this is the outcome that you get.
Mm.
I don't mind you thinking you the best, but you gotta understand where that fits in the program unless you're gonna play one on one, honey. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good point. She may be blinded by what she wants to provide to her fans, which would be her exceptional skills being on showcase. But you gotta be able to be on the court to do that.
Mm.
She got an uphill climb with her teammates. And somebody else mentioned her and her teammates don't even necessarily all follow each other, and I don't know how much that factors in. But usually you following each other and TikToking with each other. A ton of more talented people in the hood than are in
Mm.
pro sports, without a doubt. That's the problem. In the black, too many parents are in positions where they have to make their children breadwinners. This is sad but true. One semester in, three times too early intervention. Okay, it's a pattern of behavior, trends. Uh, that's not good when those coaches backed off. If Gino and Don give a pass, that's a sign. But it starts with the father. He can't live his life through her. He cannot. It's the father living vicariously through his daughter. So then who back him up? Jordan Brand? Do y'all agree with that? When the coaches back off you, that is never a good thing. Is that old saying, when I stop talking to you, that means I don't care anymore. And the other thing was, like, and I think it was Shantae Michelle was making the point, even if she tries to get in the portal, Jew, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Coaches are gonna call. They're gonna want to know how they want a recommendation. What kind of
I
player
feel
was she? They're
bad
gonna
for
talk
her.
to Coquise.
I don't feel bad for
You
her for
feel bad
that.
for her?
I feel bad because people like, well, Portal. Who do you think is gonna touch her in the portal? Moki does that. She might, but she's not gonna.
Well,
Who's gonna touch her in the portal? Who's gonna feel like they could
well,
deal with
I'm
what they're
hoping
gonna
that she doesn't
hear?
even have to get into the portal.
I'm
I'm
hoping
hoping that she can
too.
correct this and not get in the portal. Um, yeah, I'm hoping that and Coquise and you brought up Coquise's response, right? So her response was that this was about ministry. So it's deeper than just basketball for her. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
believe that she wants to give up on the young lady.
Mm-mm.
Um,
She doesn't.
Kiyomi chose to be there. They have players that are coming next. If she can fix this with her teammates, and that, I think
And
that's
we
the
could just
biggest
put
thing.
this behind. I mean, look at Moki dealt with Alexis Morris and stuff that was going on, and had to eventually let her go. She mentioned right, and then years later she brought her back, and Alexis was had went probably through counseling and different things like that, and she became a better. I mean, and she won a championship off of this. But every story may not be that way. But I know Moki probably hung in there as much as she could with that kid until she just couldn't and had to let her go. But the grace came in because she brought her back. I'll give you another chance. But obviously she needed to mature. But hats off to Alexis to hang in there and have resilience and to continue to keep trying. I don't know what Kiyomi is. if I don't know what she's made of, but freshman year, you're gonna get grace because you're a freshman. But moving forward, this could be a great story, like how she was and how she was and how she turns out. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, for you to be the starting point guard, Coquise had a lot of faith in you. She had a lot of faith in you
So not only
because
that
I
though,
don't
and
think her defense is that great. So I was like, for you're a liability on the floor. Sorry about that. So she's got you out there and giving you an opportunity. So use it.
well, listen, and she listen. I'm not gonna kid y'all. She's just not some freshman basketball player. This is a generational talent that is the first high school athlete to sign a NIL deal with the Jordan brand. Right? So there are
But you
lights
gotta
on you.
refine that. We gotta refine. We gotta
You are there
refine
are
it. We
lights
gotta.
on you. You're not just some freshman. You're not just walking on campus. You just not any old average freshman. You're supposed to be coming on campus already. Number one, carrying yourself like a Division I athlete and a Jordan brand representative.
Hmm.
And you got to take that seriously. You got to understand what that means. Jordan brand. Here's the thing. They already tried to get on Jordan for the pick he made with the Washington Mystics, right? Number one. And I'm not going to get into the Kwame Brown discussion, but there are people who feel like that wasn't the right decision, right? There are people who say he didn't make great decisions as the head of basketball, as the owner of the Charlotte Hornets, right? Now at some point they're going to be like Jordan can't make decisions. As a brand, they
Hmm.
don't want this. So everybody is going to have to come to an agreement about how we handle this and how we move forward. And I
Hmm.
MJ brought, said Jordan would have Jordan, not Michael Jordan, y'all. The Jordan brand, whoever that representative is that's been working with her, probably needs to speak to her as well because she won't be
Hmm.
this part of the bread that she winning.
Hmm.
See, this part of the bread that she winning. You don't want this to go away. If this is that important to y'all, then we all have to do what is necessary to be professional in this situation. Dad, Kiyomi, everybody.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Oh wait, y'all had a lot to say. Hold on, let me catch up. Parents yell at refs and coaches in AAU in high school. This is not that. Yeah, it's not that. Especially not when you got a deal. When coaches recruit kids, they are also recruiting the parents. A parent's actions could ruin opportunities for for their children. And, Dawn talks about that, and that's why she want to talk to the kid and their parents, and then if they aunties and grandparents is involved, and then if
Hmm.
they got a boyfriend or a girlfriend that's involved, they want to meet everybody, all of your
Hmm.
support systems, so I can understand is there an issue and how can we all work together. And if it don't fit, then we don't move forward. Some people are great at interviews. This is true. Yeah, one on one is not where the money at. Listen, Jordan needs to be more selective in who they offer the brand deal to. This was their first one, and this is Jordan's daughter, I think, who runs this segment of the Jordan of the Jordan company. Exactly, just like in marriage, you couple in with the whole family. The father probably feels like he spent 15 years of hard work and training, so he feels like he has been a great father and defend his daughter with pride. I get the ATBs, but defend his daughter from what? That was her. You're defending her behavior. What is he defending? Her not showing up for practice. What is he defending? Her playing out of control. What is he defending? Nobody did anything to her. So I need to help me understand what it is that he feels like he would be defending. Other than here, I am trying to coach her and have her prepared to be able to go and take it and enjoy this opportunity. What is he defending her from? Tell me more. What he may be defending her from, because I can't see it. Certainly not from Coquise Washington, unless there's something that I'm missing. Let me know. She would not last with Moki, in my opinion. She is cold, but this coach took a chance on her going in. I think so. Great point. Alexis Suarez got her shit together. So, and then where's Alexis now?
Harlem
Teaching how to repair
Globetrotters.
relationships, a life skill. Okay. I think if she keeps acting the way she is, the Jordan brand might part ways with her. Jordan Brand is run by a number of different divisions. Jordan only gets involved when it gets to a certain level. Okay, but let me be clear. As they said, Michael Jordan sees
Hmm.
every one of he signs off on every athlete that they sign. They made that clear. He saw Kiyomi, and it was in the article. He saw her. His daughter had to run Kiyomi by him before she got the sign. So he know who Kiyomi is. He seen her. He ain't gonna get involved, but he knows who signed to his brand for sure. Alexis' dad had her call Moki and apologize. Dad held her accountable. Let's go. Some coaches will overlook the bad to get a top recruit. Yeah, can't be doing that. I think the young lady needs cognitive behavioral therapy. She seems to be under a lot of anxiety and stress from too many directions, in my opinion. Okay,
I can see that.
possibly. I'm not sure.
I can see that.
Alexis Morris is natty winner, and she can't get a job in the W. It's not because of talent. I'm just saying. They said she's at the Harlem Globetrotters, right? Is that right?
And playing overseas.
Oh yeah, I know. Michael Jordan is not involved in those decisions, but he should be saying my name is behind this, so we need to be very selective. Oh yeah, nah, he's involved. Her handles are insane. She's amazing. Yeah, uh, she's generational talent. Alexis Moore's problem was with the teammate, not the coach. Moki had to let her go for the sake of the team. I think you're saying Moki is a second chance coach to KG. Nike to me has the most leverage, probably. Facts. However, this is part of the problem. It's affecting the decision of the father and the player. The coaches know she's generational, but she has to fit into the team concept to win. Bella Hines in high school signed to Jordan this year too. Jordan getting them. Jordan daughter is the head of this Nike division. Absolutely. Not showing up for practice and not playing team ball is not defensible. And not going back in the game when the coach tell you. What do you usually fit in there for what? Like a father gives his daughter away to the groom. This is what her father should be doing. Her father is hindering her, if anything. Overseas, she also played with the Globetrotters. Thank you. Alexis is with the
Yeah.
Globetrotters, and she is promoting the And One brand. Okay.
Yeah.
Overseas,
That, well, that all
overseas. The
fits
problem
her.
is
That all fits her.
resorted back. The problem is Alexis Morris resorted back to her old ways when she got to the W. Okay. Uh, and that is even more of a reason to stop this negative behavior because the GOAT is watching. That should be enough to correct this trend she is establishing. Hey, man, you ain't got to tell me. The
That
fact that I'm getting a check from Jordan, the fact that I'm
That's what
getting a
we're
check to
trying to
say
tell
Jordan
her.
on it is
We know
enough for
you
me
got.
to
We know,
correct this behavior. Does she know she's
and it.
generational? She needs to act like there's a bag to protect them. Yeah, she knows she's generational. She called herself the product. She keep telling you she's generational.
That's what the name they gave her, and it's the same thing with Malaysia. It's like we know that Malaysia has these handles. We know that Malaysia has the ability to take over the game. We know that she's got these kind of skills, but there's skills like from Juju to Hannah to Paige to Betch to we see that you got, but there was so much. There's things that I'll take Juju because I watch her the most. Her freshman year that she needed to clean up. Her turnovers, her shot selection, her. I mean, defense. I didn't always like all the time. There were a lot of things she needed to improve on, and that's when somebody's coming to you with the criticism and the critiquing, and you don't listen. You're not going to be that following year, you're not going to continue to shine and continue to grow. And let me tell you, that you guys have got some eyes. All of us got eyes. And what's the first thing we're saying? What happened to so and so? Like you can tell when somebody hasn't improved because you're not listening. Kiyomi. Kiyomi got undisciplined ways. So does Malaysia. But Malaysia's to me is not. I don't see ego with her.
Wait,
I
wait.
don't see that.
I'm not finna put
I,
Malaysia and Kiyomi
they're
in
totally
the same
different.
bag. So I don't even know how we got
No,
to
what I mean
Malaysia.
is
We
their
was talking about
bag.
Kiyomi and
No, what I
we was
want to
talking
say.
about Kiyomi and
Okay,
we're talking about Kiyomi's behavior. How we got to
okay. Let
Malaysia,
me stay on
I don't
track.
know.
Let me
But
clean it up.
yeah,
Let
let's
me
stay
clean it
there
up.
because Malaysia and Kiyomi ain't the same situations.
That's my point. That's my point. They're not the same, except for I thought their bags were off the like something that you can't even coach the skill. But I think Malaysia's more coachable. I'm just saying that as a freshman, now look at her as a sophomore. I think she's more coachable. She's added. That's all I was gonna say is Malaysia has added
I don't
to
think
her
Malaysia
wonderful
ever was not
handles.
coachable though. I don't think that she
No,
ever
no,
was
no,
not
no. I'm not
coachable.
talking about
So
behavior, guys.
again,
I'm not
I don't
talking
know
about
that Malaysia
behavior.
missed practice. I don't know. So this might not have
None
been
of that.
the
I'm
best
not
time to
saying
bring up
any of
Malaysia.
that. I think
Yeah,
they know
this
that.
probably wasn't the.
I
This
don't
probably
I don't mean
no,
any of
like
that,
somebody
guys.
said. Whoa,
I meant the
whoa, Malaysia's not
handles.
Kiyomi.
No, no,
Don't
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
my niece.
No, no. No,
Malaysia
no,
didn't
no.
miss practice. How they
No,
handle
no, no.
redirection and coaching.
Okay.
I don't
I
know that.
can't
I
even
don't know that
redirect.
Malaysia
Let me
has had.
redirect.
I don't know that. I don't know that my laser has had an issue with redirection or and coaching.
I'm not
I don't
talking
know
about
that.
the compare. Look, you guys, I'll take it off the because you're not following me. So I'm gonna take that off the handle. I wasn't talking about behavior and coaching. I was talking about handles and
But we're
basketball.
having a
So let's take it
conversation
off.
about behavior and coaching.
So let's stay. So let me stay on track. I maybe I got ADHD. Maybe I don't know how to stay focused on that. Let's stay. We're talking about her behavior. We talked about it enough. I brought up a good comparison with Alexis Morris. But I was digging into that thought process of the player Kiyomi. My biggest thing with her when I saw her is that she's got um, she's got all those things, but they can get undisciplined on the court. And then I also feel like there are things that she needed to improve on moving forward, even in this year, which is I didn't see any defense out of her, and she gets lost on defense as a point guard. So she's focused on boo. I'm just joking. I don't have ADHD, son. Okay, I was just joking. But you weren't gonna let me take you where I was going when I was focusing on the comparison of the handles, not the behavior. I thought we had moved kind of like drilled that in about that. Seth did a very good job on that
Well,
already. So
I think what I was saying was that Kiyomi didn't get suspended about she didn't get benched about uncontrol
no,
being playing uncontrollably on
no,
the
I was
court.
just taking it into a different direction.
Do freshmen come in and need to have things they need to work on? Sure. Does my laser get undisciplined on the court? Are the things that she does that she things that have bad habits that she has that she needs to break on the court? Sure. But what we're talking about right now is a player who lashed out at her coach and made herself bigger than the program. I have never seen my laser Fu Wiley do that.
Oh no, I agree with you. Never did
So
that. I
that
wasn't talking about that.
this is why I'm saying I didn't understand how we got to Malaysia. It in a conversation about a player that was in this conversation we were talking about her being bigger than the team. So that was what I was saying. Yeah, I
I
wanted to
know.
see Kiyomi versus Juju too. We all got robbed, but that's because of Kiyomi. Yeah, I don't know how we got to the drugs. I don't know how we got to the drugs.
I was said I got ADHD, but I was trying to I was trying to take you to a point, bro. Um, but anyway, but even something that Political Lil brought up, I don't know, in terms of I'm not gonna like Seth told me early on, I'm not gonna diagnose anybody, but I do know when we have talked about when players have come out later and talked about mental health struggles and things like that. I know for myself, I've been people have talked to me about their struggles. I've even felt it when different like she said when different directions are coming at you on and off the court. If your dad is yelling at you saying something, your coach is saying something, your own thoughts are saying something, that does create anxiety. And I hear that a lot from players. And sometimes crashing out is a form of it, where you don't even know that you don't even know that you don't really know how people are going to react to anxiety. Some react in tears, some react in panic attacks. There's different ways that it expresses itself, and it can come out in anger when people feel overloaded and they crash out. So it can look like going into a silent stare is a form of it, and people on the outside looking like what you oh she got an attitude. No, the person is overwhelmed, and it looks like that resting bitch face looks like that they're staring at you and being passive aggressive or aggressively silent, and it's not. They're reacting to overstimulation, and I'm speaking from my degrees. So I'm trying to so even this how she may have reacted, and that's why we had a sports psychologist. I think we got that my junior year in college. Like the sport is progressing, and it might help for her to have someone to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So That's all I
Oh,
wanted
and
to
we don't
say
know that she does.
about
We
that.
don't know that she doesn't have somebody to talk to. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. I don't know that she doesn't have somebody to talk to. So I don't want to make it seem like Rutgers doesn't have the tools in place for her. I don't know. Um, how they handle reaction and coaching. I don't think this is a good comparison. Comparison talking about the skill level. That's what she's saying. My lady's wife is very humble. Her mom says it all the time. Sometimes she be wanting to eat Twitter up. The lady tells her no, don't do it. It will hurt. It will hurt the team and her. I don't know where we got to that. Ashy, what's up? Good morning, fam. Lay off. Juju, hit the like, y'all, so the others can get the word and enjoy the conversation. So Kiyomi going to Twitter saying what she said. She put it on the coach that we were denied the matchup. It was Kiyomi who denied us the matchup. Let's not get it twisted. Oh yeah, it was Ashley ESS the GM. Maybe they should let Juju cook her and teach her a lesson. It wouldn't have taught the right lesson. Sellers had cooked her. I wonder if that was for her fans or Nike, whose brand is built on stories. I don't think Nike told her to put the brand out. And then from what I understand, her fan was like, we rocking with her. That is a reward to be on the floor with Juju. Juju could have cooked Kiyomi, but Kiyomi wins, cooked or not cooked. Why you say Kiyomi wins, cooked or not cooked? Tell me. Going the mental health route might be the biggest spin ever if she does it right. I have a feeling it's gonna go over her head too. Shaking my head. They gotta clean this up now. Uh, Political Khalil, not sure if that's a good story though. Knowing what we know about Kiyomi's
We
past
don't need to know
disciplinary event.
anything else that happens behind the scenes with her. We're just saying if she gets to help or she gets to talk to someone. That's what I feel. I don't want to hear anything else. I don't want them to continue. They don't owe us no explanation. Everything needs to be behind closed doors and to help her, help the team, help everything. And maybe I don't know. Some say she needs to. I don't
Dude,
know
they saying that
because
the
it just
girl
goes on and
Twitter
on and on.
now Twitter is saying Kiyomi reposted an article about the transfer portal. So I no, Bree Wayne, I ain't seen
What?
no public apology. I don't know.
What?
That's what Twitter is saying. I ain't seen it. That's what JP telling us. I have no idea.
She Kiyomi still see that's not excessive. She continues to talk. That's not good.
Well, that's what we said. And my point
That's
is this:
not okay.
what
Let
we're
it
talking about right
go.
now. What we're talking about right now has nothing to do with basketball. It has nothing to do with the growth and
I'm just
development as
I'm
a
talking to
basketball player.
Kiyomi needs
Right
to
now,
get
this is
let
about her
just
growing as a
let it
person.
go.
This is about her growing
No,
as a person.
I'm saying I'm speaking on that. What I feel that the team would need to do, they need to just close the door and everything that we're suggesting and everything that could be suggested could be suggested. But I don't think that we need to continue. I don't think that Kilme or the team needs to continue to keep us abreast on it, like what they're dealing of. Just make a mention of it, in kind ways of how we're going to handle that, and just leave it behind closed doors. You speak on it.
Monique
Of course,
said, "I
speak
don't
on
see
it.
it unless she deleted her IG stories." Okay, yeah, I don't know. Twitter. That's what JB is saying. Twitter is claiming now. And Shantae, you saying this is not mental health? She is young and immature. I think maybe before you came in, the conversation was around does she have any anxiety? Does she have somebody to talk to? Is she feeling pressures about being a generational talent, being a breadwinner? What else did you say, Juju, about
I think political. It was saying
her
like,
needing to
could
talk?
you imagine the coach coming at you? I mean, your dad
Oh yeah,
yelling instructions while your coach is trying to give you instruction in game. That can raise your anxiety levels, like whether you know it or not. Like you're trying to please your dad, you're trying to please. I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm at the game. The most Juju does is her eyes go. Her daddy taught her to shoot. Her daddy and her parents taught her the game first, and she'll go and he just will not. He will not. You know. And I seen him last year go. You know, do a little motion like how to correct her shot. After that, at the USC at the Notre Dame game, he let her go cause she kept going looking at him like glancing over. He was talking and he was not gonna help her out of this. You're gonna go through this, and he could have because he normally does. Sometimes he sits courtside, sometimes he doesn't. But it's a natural reaction. I mean, I've even looked at my dad before, and he won't give me anything. Sometimes I hear him, but it will never be something that I hear and do over my coach.
Okay.
And I,
Yeah, and
yeah,
JB is
yeah.
saying that on three actually has a picture of her post or whatever. So I'll see.
So what did he say? So they were saying in a chat that something about last year. There, what do you mean last year? Portal. What did that mean, Sess? Something about the portal.
No, that the Twitter was saying that she, I guess, reposted a post. Let me see what this. Let me go back to what JB said. Twitter is saying Kiyomi reposted an article about the transfer portal.
Oh, an article about
And
how
so
it
you
works and
saying and
stuff.
you saying
Damn.
on three had a picture of it.
What?
Oh, LSU versus Tennessee gonna be super fun. I don't agree with mental health aspect of it yet. We've seen this many times before over many years. Uh, Kiyomi would win if she gets to play in the USC game because she gets the exposure that she and her father wants. She shares the rules, regulations that is accepted for the team, etc. Oh yeah, I couldn't did that. But I thought you were saying she win whether she play or she don't. Don't expect a public apology anytime soon from Kiyomi or her father. They haven't apologized for anything before. I don't foresee one
Uh,
soon. Who said she's generational talent? You don't like her as a generational talent, Bree Wayne? Generational offensive
no.
talent? Talk to me.
No.
We don't know what the cause is. We just see the effect. Young people have huge mental health issues. You just
I
said the
seen a
key
kid.
word, dad.
I seen a kid says from Cal that did a move that was so cold. Like just because you got Kyrie like handles. I mean, I didn't even know the girl had that in her bag, and I said I gotta show Sess this one right here, and she pulled it out of her bag. I mean, I just see like handles like that more. They're there, they're out there, but I don't know. I don't know what type she came in with in the first place, but whatever it was, she wasn't up there like
I
in
don't think that it was just her handles though. I think it
I
was her
mean, what
scoring
makes
too.
her a generational like talent?
I
What
think
about her?
I
With
think they were calling her.
generational is like
I think it
something
was
we
her
never
scoring.
seen before, but I've seen her scoring.
From what I understand, it was her scoring, her
What does
ability
she
to score.
score? But we got.
Um, I don't know, three level score. I'm not gonna say that I even see. I don't. I haven't seen a lot of defense. I think what they were calling it generational is because of her. She's a phenom. I mean, look, phenomenal freshman. Well, phenomenal freshman. I feel like three level score. Um, Great handles, sees the floor well. Um, Offensively for sure. I think that
Does
there's
she
some
have something
development
we
that she
never
have.
seen before?
Um,
You know that. I mean, I don't know. She's. I see what she's got
I
going
would
on
say
at that age, but
I would maybe say in her size, in her package, maybe we haven't seen it before, but we also it's not finished developing, so we don't know. We don't know. Like I said, I don't even see the defense. So I want to see more defense, but what I wanted to see more of was just the development of Kiyomi McMiller for me.
yeah,
So
of
it's just
course,
like,
of course.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you doing, and then where are you going from here?
yeah,
Juju's dad also allowed coaches and trainers to do their jobs. I mean, you see her working with
yes,
trainers and all the time.
yes.
Morning, Mondo. You got it in the Discord. Thank you, JB. Um, Tell me what room you put it in. Tell me what room you put it in. This is the problem. She putting everything on social media. She needs
That's the first
structure.
time I ever
Okay.
heard her because I follow her, but I never seen her act out like that. I didn't even see anything said, popped up about what you guys were saying with Maryland. And I'm glad you guys went and looked for it and researched it. The cameras don't seem to be following it. I don't know what's going on. They why they not? Well, they probably wouldn't want to show that though. But I'm glad you told me that she had went home, and I know that feeling. Go and you get home in front of everybody, and any little thing can embarrass you. Um, um, yeah, that's unfortunate. That's
You
unfortunate
don't
that
get to
she
act
went
out
like
though.
that. I know you don't. You don't.
You don't get to act out. Angel went all the way back to Baltimore. She went back to Coppin State.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, what's the next? What did Bree Wayne say? I can't really see it up there. What did she
Why
say?
is Kiyomi generational? Dawes said Leia's generational talent because of her natural talent, abilities, speed, athleticism, verticality, creativity with the basketball. Nothing to do with handle this stuff like flashy plays. Why is
Creativity with
Kiyomi
the basketball. I
generational?
love that. I
Because her
love that.
shifty handles. Come on, man.
Yeah.
She needs structure. Hopefully, the young lady will learn from this and grow. Fans, of
I
course,
don't
will want
know
to
if
know what's happening.
Coquise
I don't
is
even
the.
care what happening. I want her to grow.
But
I
says
want the
do you
same for her
and
that I want for all young people to reach their
I
full
don't know if
potential.
Coquise
Absolutely.
can. Maybe she needs to maybe she needed like a veteran, more senior coach. Because Coquise is kind of new at this. You know. I don't know. But I don't know if the top coaches got time to deal with this. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Well, anyway, I know there's a lot going on about the chat. Where I was going. Well, you know what? We don't have to stick to a regimen. I was going to talk about a list of smaller touch on two other players, but seems to be the hot topic right now, and it's with everyone. But I think I just say I was a little disappointed. I wanted to see her on the court
But let me say this
because
about Coquise. You wait, because you said Coquise
okay,
is Coquise the one. Coquise is a three-time Big Ten Coach of the Year during 12 years at Penn State. She's been at
okay,
Rutgers for 3 years, but she ain't just no new coach.
okay,
She's been
okay,
she's
good.
been the Big Ten Coach of the Year 3 times.
There you
She
go. Then you
she won
answered
she
my
she won the WBCA Carol Ekman Integrity and Coaching Award in 2023. She was a
mm-hmm,
WBCA Region 6 Coach of the Year, WBCA National Coach of the Year finalist 2 times,
mm-hmm.
BCA Female Coach of the Year 2 times, Greater Flint Hall of Fame inductee, a rising star.
Thanks,
Like,
Wanda.
Coquise ain't new to this. She true to this. It's not, thank you. It's not Coquise. It's not
No, no,
Coquise.
no, no. I didn't say it was her. I didn't say it was Coquise. I
She
just
not,
didn't
she not
know
too
if
new. She
she.
not too new to this.
What I mean is like I'm glad you rattled off all the credits. 'Cause I like Coquise. I have a friend that knows her, so she says good things about her. It wasn't that. It was just like does her dad respect Cookies? Does she respect Cookies? Would she talk to Dawn that way or Gino that way? Or I can't even rattle off of Brenda Freeze. I can't even well, Corey Close has been around for a while. I can't rattle off a lot of coaches that have been around for a long time because there's not a lot of coaches with that pedigree as they have. So um, that's all I meant by that. Not her credentials. I know Coquese's credentials are top
The
tier.
kid don't have respect. The kid don't have respect. I just told you she threw a tantrum on the ref and yelled at the girl. The girl stepped out of bounds on her own. Took the ball, jumped up and down like a kid throwing a tantrum, and yelled in the ref's face. And they did nothing about that. Took the ball and moved on. No problem. Maybe the ref was like, "Hey, you get a little hot under the collar," but it's a pattern of behavior. No,
Yeah.
you're not going to talk to Dawn like that. No, you're not going to talk to Gino like that. But it's not a disrespect for Coquise. There's an overall lack of respect that she has. It seems like is
So
Coquise a
that she
product of the
would
past
do it to
symmetry?
them. So
Uh,
she would try to
is
do it
she?
to them because she just doesn't have respect for authority. Probably, like her impulse controls gets in the way. No matter who it is, she could have got thrown out the game for. Let me tell you, at the USC game, when we were playing Nebraska, the girl did a hockey check on Jew, way off the ball, out of the play. She already had pushed her in the back. Ref had enough. We only had two refs down because one fell on the ground with an injury, so we were down to two. The ref told her, said what he said. The girls kept chirping and chirping, and he warned her. People were there telling me that he warned her, told her to stop, and she wouldn't. She continued. Boom, bop, boom, sit your butt down. He flagrant double. I don't know. All I know, Juju was shooting 4 free throws. So I was thinking like that right there is like they could have done something with her jumping up and down, um, in the ref's face. Maybe she needed to be corrected right then and there, or maybe Cookies could have pulled her out and got her to calm down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, hindsight is what they say, 2020. So I don't know, but it came all to this. I mean, I was just thinking like all that was the build up for the number 14 coming to. But girl, you about to see the number one team come. You about to play the number one team in the country. Would you let alone what's the big deal about USC? You about to play. You about to get even more national exposure when you play UCLA. So is your anxiety gonna be? I'm just speculating with anxiety, guys. Don't quote me on it. Through the roof then, but you're gonna be. Our eyes are gonna be. You're gonna have those blowout games because you guys are not there yet. Maryland did it. You haven't played Ohio State. You haven't played UCLA. But then you're gonna have plenty of teams that you can make that you can have improvement on and look forward to. You got Minnesota. You're gonna have Penn State. You said they played Wisconsin. On and on and on. Iowa.
It's not about
Oh,
the team, Juju. It's not about the team. It's
you
about
think it was
Juju.
just a person that she was facing?
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. She
Okay.
don't give a damn about black. She's not. She's not gonna get up for Kiki Rice like she was gonna get up for Juju. I mean, let's give it a buck. God damn it. I mean, for real.
Oh
And that's not
yeah.
a knock on Kiki. It's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
knock on Kiki.
Yeah.
But this is my chance to play against somebody that's in the National Player of the Year conversation. Kiki's not in that conversation, and if they put Lauren Betts in that conversation, I'm not going to be matched up at any time really against Lauren Betts. This was about Juju,
Yeah.
and this is why she let
Yeah,
us know
but
this
you
is the number
but if
four
she
team in the
is,
country and all
then
of that.
I'm gonna take the ball and score on bets. Like Flajay said, I was looking forward to scoring on her, and she said I did a whoop de
Mentality,
woo, and then
mentality,
mentality.
mentality. That's not her
Yeah,
mentality.
yeah,
Mentality. Flage has a
yeah,
Flage's doing something
yeah,
different. She's building a brand. She's somewhere else. Flage is also a national champion already and a junior in college, so she's moving different. Kiyomi's a freshman. She's trying to figure this out, but she needs to take some. She need to get some guidance. Yeah, she's not getting up for bets or Kiki Rice. No disrespect, she's not.
hey, it don't matter. Whoever the best is the best. You want to go. Fly was a sophomore when she was like, I blocked. I don't know about y'all as a guard, and I knew that there was a something over on the other team. Yes, it doesn't have to be
She's not known.
my
She ain't
position.
known for no defense. I just told you she's not known for no
Yeah, true.
defense.
I know that she's not, but I might say I'm gonna go and I'm a finger roll over that center or whatever the case. And that's what Flajay did. She did two things. Of course, she got the bag of defense, but I finger rolled on her. I was cracking up. But she had. And yes, Juju was
Mentality,
exactly a big deal. I'm not
mentality. And I
overshadowing
see you,
that,
boy. For
but
real,
it's mentality. It's
some words are
mentality.
getting watered down. That's not as many generational players as being called out. I hear you. Like I said last night, she needs to get humbled. Um,
Yeah,
before we get out of here, you had a
yeah.
couple other players you wanted to talk about, Jude.
Well, I just wanted to just bring the highlight and bring attention. Even in that game, I was able to find something positive to look at on Rutgers, and I thought Lacey was having a great time. I saw the smile on her face. She was averaging something like 8 points, and she had 14 last night, and she did some long range things. She was still in the game. She was still trying to make the best of it. Um, and that was JoJo Lacey, and something that she can build upon. I don't know where she ranked, and another person that stood out for me for USC is who I've been speaking on and couldn't wait to get back is Kennedy. This was a big deal for Kennedy Smith. She averaging 9.9, really around 10 points a game. Last night she had 19 points, and I'm so excited for her. I'm excited for her because she understands. I mean, she is our defensive catalyst, and she gets her offense from her defense, but she was hitting her these, she was hitting her 3 pointers. Um, I really was really proud of Kennedy, just for the grit and the grind that she puts in out there. You know what I mean? And her, I believe her name. I would say she's honorable mention in the race for freshman of the year, but she will be talked about as we go on. Just keep your eyes on Kennedy Smith from USC a little bit more um, than we have because I think she was I think she's great. I think she's great. I think she's great, and I think she's improving with every single game, and it helps spread the floor a lot more for Jew and for the bigs, and yeah, I just loved her. I just loved her action out there last year, and then I think she got a team high 19, and so did Lacey. Lacey, that was her high for the season of 14. So even though Kiyomi wasn't in there, we got to see how this team could play. But I mean, they're not the only team that USC has held to that to you know 48 or less points or something. So um, yeah, and I think that's the conversation maybe Cookies will have and try to look at the positives that they have moving forward. Um, but also like let them know it's like you may have some blowout games and it's just and it doesn't feel good, but there's things that you can learn and that you can get from these games if you allow
Rushing
yourself to.
beats. That was just the question I was getting ready to ask Juju. Did you watch Oklahoma, Tennessee?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Thoughts on how it ended?
Man, okay, here's my thought. This is the second time that Tennessee um wanted to go to this young lady for the shot. And it seems like Kim Caldwell is hell bent on her being and she missed them. She missed it for Texas, and I want to learn her name, but I don't. Um, Texas, and she missed it for the
Sarah
Oklahoma game.
Puckett? Is that what you talking about? Puckett? Sarah
She
Puckett?
always she always gives her the last fucking shot. And my thing was,
But
Sarah,
why did she shoot a three?
why did you shoot a three? Sess, you're taking the words out of my mouth. Seth's gonna tell you the story. Yes, that's what I saw the game, and that's what I felt. I felt that they fought back the way that I know. I feel that Tennessee didn't go to their strength
Did
early
she shoot a
enough
three in
with the
Texas?
with the with the with the press. And then at Texas, it's a corner. Yeah, she shot from the corner. She did the three again, and I was like, "Why are you not stepping in?" The way that Texas had them way down low, gave it a spot, gave it a shot. But this one was yesterday was way more wide open than the Texas one. All she had to do is just take a couple of more dribbles in and go for the tie. And even if she wanted to go for the three, says here's the 3 point line. She's like 3 feet out. I want to say five. I might be exaggerating if I say it. She was like 3 feet from
Juju, she stepped
the
back.
three
She
point
stepped
line.
back. She stepped back.
I'm like,
She stepped.
why?
She took a step back three. She stepped back.
See,
She
y'all,
was
she
at
took a
two.
step back three. And I'm
She
like,
took a step back
why?
three.
Why? Tie the game. And she's going to her. But all I can say on the positive note is down the line, all of these that she's missing could start falling later when it
No, it shows a
matters in the
lot.
tournament.
I'm concerned about basketball IQ. Damn it, you had seven
I'm concerned
point
about
eight.
it too.
She had eight
This,
seconds left.
yes.
8 seconds left, and she's
And she
down.
took
We're
that
down one.
shot.
Down one. Attack the basket. Get a layup. Shoot a free throw.
Yes.
Shoot a midi.
Yes.
Do
Yes.
something.
No,
But
she
a
don't have
step
that
back.
ability. She doesn't have the ability to attack and do a floater, but she had the time to step
Take the steps
hella
in.
in for a nice 15, 18 footer that she can make. Where's your IQ? Why are you pulling? And I'm starting to wonder, like, is she trying? I don't know, y'all. She's trying to be that's too much time.
You took a step back three.
You took now Seth threw in a step back three.
A step back three. She
They
stepped back.
could
She
have
made
won.
sure she was behind
No,
the
they
3 point line.
now could they
She
have
didn't
won
catch
the
the
game?
ball behind it.
They still would have had like some time on the clock, Oklahoma, to make a play, call timeout, and bring it out court, right? But I don't care what you guys say, that should not have ended like that. That should have been
If you
that should have
can't,
ended differently.
if you can't, there's a chance of the rebound issue. No. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That was taken early. Nobody was MJ. Nobody was down there to rebound the ball when she shot it. Nobody. If I pull it up for you right now, it's 7.3. one person is out at the 3 point line. The person
Uh-huh.
that's close under the basket is
Uh-huh.
Oklahoma has their hand on her,
Hand on
and
them, right?
it's her
Right.
and two other Tennessee players behind the 3 point line
To
with
the
her.
left,
There
were
was
they on the
nobody to
left?
there.
They were
They
on
was
the left, and then one
they're to
down
the
low,
right of her. There's
and
one
and
person.
she
There's one
and then
person
one
to
to
the
the
three
right.
out to the left, and there's three.
Yeah,
There's two to the right of her, and then there's one
right,
down low that's being boxed out before she even shoots the
right.
shot.
And so, do
There
you
was
see all
nobody
that
down there to
space
remount.
right there? And you see all that space on the court that she
She
could
could go.
step in to shoot?
She could go. The girl could have shot one step in for the free throw line down there probably.
Down there, yeah.
So no, there was nobody down there. There was no chance to get a rebound. There was nobody down there to rebound. She
No,
didn't even
I don't
follow
know,
her own damn
political.
shot.
Unless you wanted somebody else to take a three, why would she pass it? This is who Kim Caldwell keeps going to as her shooter for the wins or the ties. The ball was where they
Beers
wanted
dared her to
it to
shoot.
be. The ball was where they wanted the ball and who they wanted it to be. She did this before. I saw it with Texas.
Kiyomi
So I said,
Miller. I
"Oh,"
ain't
I
got
said, "So
time.
this is the girl they want to shoot." And then she did it in another game,
Yeah,
and
here, let me
she
show you.
cannot hit the shot.
I wish I could. I can't.
You
I'll
can't pull
show
it
you in the
up.
Discord. No,
Okay.
because I'm on. Because of all of
One
the
vertical.
platforms I own won't let me show me. Won't let me show
Okay.
y'all without
Okay.
copyrighting it. That sounds like coaching. Yeah, it sounds like something, don't it? I don't know why that girl took that shot. I could for the life of
But
me.
that's who the coach keep going to, FM, every
But my thing,
time.
but here's the thing: when she caught the ball where she could take a 2 point shot. There was no reason to step back and shoot
Yes.
a three. What do you see,
Yes.
MJ? Who was down there to rebound?
Well, the one that you said that had the arm on, they had the arm on her. That right
Mm-hmm.
there, the box out, something like that. And then everybody could crash. Or it could be a long and come back to her. But the point is, why are you taking a three? And why are you shooting so far out there? Like you her. And she keeps going to her.
Because they do headlines like Sarah Puckett rattles out potential for Lady Balls. MJ, everybody was blocked out on the play. I'm watching it. Where was the rebounder? When they all came in, everybody was boxed out.
hmm And she was
Who?
wide
Tell me the
open.
number. Tell me the number of the rebounder. I'm watching it now. Tell me
I
the
don't
number
even
of the
know where
rebounder.
I don't even know where her man was. Was her man doubling the down low or something? Why was she so wide open?
Where?
Why was Sarah wide open? Was the girl like
I don't even
backing
see it.
off of her? I don't even.
Beers dared her to shoot the shot. Beers didn't even come up over the.
She
Beers
didn't
didn't
even
even
come
come
up
up over
on
the
her.
free throw line.
Yeah, yeah.
Now the two people that was out to the top, Talasia Cooper and I think that's Ruby Whitehorn tried to rush in after she shot the ball from beyond the 3 point line, but nobody was down in
And
position like
nobody got
she's
that
about to
rebound.
shoot it. Like she was about to shoot the shot. I don't think anybody thought she was about to shoot the shot. And
hmm
Oklahoma made sure they boxed out everybody. The girl that was out at
It
the
was
three
just
point
too
line,
far
Oklahoma is holding
out.
her like, where you going? Where you going? That shot didn't rattle.
Right,
But they keep making them type instead of Sarah Puckett
right.
took a shot she shouldn't have took at the headline. They put Sarah Puckett rattles out potential winner. No,
It didn't
Sarah
rattle
Puckett should have took
shit.
that.
You shouldn't have took it that far out.
I don't see a rebounder, and I don't think that was the right shot. But that's my opinion. It wouldn't have been what
I
I would have
thought
told
that
my
I'm
team to
not
do.
gonna lie, sis. I thought that was the shot they were looking for.
I don't
Let's just
see anybody that was
let's
down
say
there
that.
that was open to rebound. Everybody I saw was blocked out. So there was somebody on three at the 3 point line, and then there was somebody right in the paint. Both of them were boxed out. The girl that was on the 3 point line, she didn't even make it into the paint. And Ruby Whitehorn and Talasia Cooper came running down, and they got boxed out by
I
two
wasn't. We're
Oklahoma
not
players.
okay. So you're
So
not
I'm not
saying
sure.
that Puckett should listen. You're not saying that she shouldn't have taken a shot. You're saying she had time enough to get a better
She should have took
shot,
a
a
better shot.
closer shot.
And she didn't have to step. She didn't have to
Yeah.
shoot a step back three, and she caught the ball where she could have shot a two, and they only
You're
needed a one.
killing me with a step back three. You gotta be kidding me when you say that.
I'm
You
not.
have to.
Go look at it.
You
The girl
have to
caught the
be.
ball where she could have
Cause
shot
I
a
said,
two
how
and
did
stepped
she
back and
get?
took a three.
I
I
said,
don't see a
I
rebounder
said,
at
is she
all.
going for the win? Why did she do that?
Sarah Puckett clanked an unnecessary three. Would have been a more accurate headline. On the weak side block, there was a rebounder, and yes, she was blocked out. She was blocked out. She was blocked out before she even took the shot. I don't know
There
exactly. They
wasn't
trying to
nobody to
protect her
pass
from
to. It
criticism.
wasn't. There was. You don't need to pass. She take the shot and follow. It was
Girl,
definitely,
take
it
the
should have
take.
been
It was no.
more.
My thing is
So,
take the two.
MJ, I promise you, and the last thing in my mind, it looked like it was way further than a 20-footer. I'm not lying. It looked like when I looked up, it happened so
Whatever.
fast. I was like,
What it?
mm-mm.
Well, then
It looked like
she need then
25.
she needed to take she needed that 1.5 feet. Then
That's what I'm saying. Me
then
and
she needed
Political
it.
Lil were
She
talking about
needed
it on
one
my
more
show.
step in.
She needed to step in. He definitely needed to
Catching the
step in.
news, y'all know what? I'm not sure what Watkins' injury is. They just said tweaked knee ghost, and they said an MRI. So
Gotta check
I
it
don't think it
out.
was
Yeah.
ankle though. They just said tweaked knee is what her dad reported. Damn it, I'm on the dollar store version of chat. I need to refresh. What? Ghost, where you at? Yeah,
She getting an
Watkins getting an
MRI
MRI.
today. Well, anybody hear about Paige? Is she getting an MRI or nah? Just a She looked like she was really
Attacking dish.
flexible and bended like a pretzel. So it looked like she was pissed though. I heard her cursing and she was really mad. But
Paige got up like a trooper and said that was a flagrant foul and walked off limping.
she was just
Y'all,
done.
you had
I
to
felt
feel.
her.
Paige. Paige was fired up when she got up. Like that was a flagrant foul, and it just bounced on her.
But she
Yeah,
felt
no news yet
oh
on
flake. Oh
Paige.
yeah. Yeah, no news on
Yeah,
her.
she
Okay.
because she felt like it was on purpose. And when I looked at it, I kind of felt
Well, I
like,
thought
girl,
she
why did you
meant
do that to
like
her?
flagrant reckless closeout or reckless, but I don't know. You didn't have the ball yet. You were going for a loose ball, so
But
I don't know.
some balls you don't need to, some balls you don't need to go for. That wasn't one that
Some
you don't
balls you
die for
don't need to
everything.
go for. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't gotta die for everything, for real. Raven had the same thing happen to her from a Mizzou player. Yeah, and it was just lucky that it didn't go down like that.
Right.
Gracias.
And I think a lot of the trauma is scaring her. It probably kind of scared her, but I'm glad that she was able to walk away. Now Watkins couldn't put the damn thing down, so that really kind of bothers me because those that's the kind like Cam did. Like nobody was touching her, nobody was near her, so it's like fuck. Your leg just does something weird. But like let's just flip it
Look
home.
like the knee turned, but I don't know. Pause about the
Yeah,
balls. Okay, rewind. Goodness gracious. Pause. Paige was ready to rumble. Buckets was pissed.
she's
You seen it?
But she kept looking like, who is that girl? Like I seen her on the ground. She was like, she wanted to make sure she knew that number. I was like, damn, Paige, what you about to do?
She was like, it's a
She
flagrant
was
foul.
like looking like, who did it? Like I was like, you're not even worried about your leg. She was kept looking like, who was it? Where's that girl at? I was like, damn, Paige,
Yeah.
is there something we
And I
don't
got some
know happening
concerns.
on the court? Was there
We
something
gotta make
talky
sure
going on, or
we
what?
just gotta
How
make
do
sure
you
that those knees were installed properly. They not supposed to have no issues.
the foot
The foot
drag
drag
bothered
bothered
you?
you. My thing
Okay.
was ain't nobody else heard that taller that can help her really, or at least pick her leg up. Why y'all just dragging her leg like that? It was like that looks painful that you just dragging it. It already hurt. You just gonna drag it?
Why don't you just
Please.
have a wheelchair right there? Just put somebody down in the wheelchair.
I don't know where the medical equipment is. Please, somebody donate some to these schools. I'm
Golly.
so tired of seeing kids get drug around.
Yeah.
Please, they need carts and wheelchairs. Send
What's
them
the big
quick.
like they showed they put Poa on that stretcher because they're about to get sued. They shouldn't even have picked Poa up. She was
But
she
they
had a
found
damn concussion.
yeah, ain't
Let
no
the
wheelchair.
shit.
But we know that there are wheelchairs because when the referee fell out, they went and got the wheelchair and wheeled her off in that game. Did y'all see that when the ref? I don't know if she tore her ACL or what happened to her. She fell and
It
then the
looked like
player fell over
Achilles
her.
pop. She just popped and just crumbled.
It wasn't good at all. Yeah, her teammates picked her up too soon. The Gamecocks don't pick nobody up. They was like, "Are you okay?"
No,
And then
let's
Dawn,
check.
wait.
Let the trainer do their job and check their people to all that. Stop picking people up.
So yeah,
Could make things
um,
worse.
never know what you're doing. But it was a great weekend of basketball. Great weekend of basketball. So much more still to
Um,
talk about that we'll break
I
down.
mean, Vanderbilt played I was Kentucky, and Kentucky showed out. So now people are talking Kentucky, Kentucky, Kentucky. They feeling good about Kentucky. I really like the Camille Pierre and of course Camille Pierre and her teammate. she came in with Blake's the freshman. Well, she didn't come in with her, but they're friends, and they played good. And then I liked. I was checking out Lats and how she was handling the double, which is round and point. You know, which is where I think her average is going to be in conference 18 and 20, not 28. And I think only because that if they're smart to get the game over with, key in on her early, give her some doubles like you giving Juju, or what I mean, let them see a player like these players that are scoring a lot of points, except for Hannah. First of all, you can't even hardly find Hannah to try to double her, so she moves so much, and I don't think that Latson will be that high. I think Hannah and Juju will be the top, maybe with Juju, maybe with Hannah going a little above her on the scoring title. But I want to say that Olivia Miles, sh these 2 years away did her justice. Um, and I have a controversial take with her. One, I love the way she improved on her 3 point shooting because that's all she needed to do. I think she's a phenomenal passer, visionary. Her vision is amazing. Um, Handles. I mean, she's all around. I think that she would make a great point guard in the league, and I think she's ready for the pros. And I think that also, I think Dallas should take a different look and approach um, at shaking it up. And I know they probably won't because they're all banking on Paige going there as the number one draft. But I think Miles is worthy of the number one draft pick if she continues at this pace and the way she looks. Because I personally, as a GM, um, Paige getting tweaked out like that and going through, she's a liability for me with her past injuries. And I don't think her frame is ready. She need to get that frame, and I mean her body built together, because you see how they toss Clark around like a rag doll. What do you think they're gonna do with Paige? So that's my 2 cents on that right now. And this is what January, and I'll leave it here. January 6th. I want to look at a month, another month, and I'm gonna talk about it again, and then another month I'm gonna talk about it again, because uh, there's just gonna be a shakeup, and even with my girl Kiki to me is like vacillating. Nobody has taken her. None of the experts have taken her out of the second spot, but popular opinion has Kiki Ariafen moving around. But I think it's like based on what teams need. But I think Kiki is trajectory and ceiling is high to where she will remain at as a top pick. Anybody got an opinion in the chat about Miles Says?
I guess my question is, um, Miles is coming back from an injury as well. So what
And
is
she's
it
so
about
no,
Miles?
she's not.
What
So she does.
what is it
First of
about
all,
Miles?
okay. First of all, it's not about what Miles about Miles. It's more about Paige. Paige wears this big clunky stuff on her knees. Miles has so no has she's sturdy. She looks sturdier than her. She has nothing, no contraptions on her knees to show that she's hampered by it. But 2 years, she let her body really, really, really get stronger and rest. And she's like, she just looks. I mean, she hasn't. I mean, just I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna see if Miles gets tweaked or anything happens and how she. It's all about you can get a tweak, but how do you recover? Do you come back the next game? Do you come back in the game? I'm looking at all those things
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
those type of things.
I mean, I'm saying if I'm gonna pass on somebody for injury, I'm gonna pass on all the injuries. I'm not gonna take. I'm not. I'm gonna skip both of the injury people and get something different.
I would put I would put Paige on a. Paige has gone to the weight room. I've seen her have guns, but as of late, it's just like her weight. It's like you're supposed to bulk up to lean out through the season, and she leaned out way too fast. Like it's not even just weight. It's not even just muscle. It's like she needs weight on her, and she leaned out way too fast. I think Flage even leaned out a little bit too fast. It's only January.
You know, this is why we watch. What you got before we get ready to get out of here?
Oh, nothing much. I just what do we got going? Well, if you follow USC, we play on Wednesday. Should be a great game. We're going to play against Maryland. I think this is going to be one of our challenging games in the that I'm looking forward to in the Big Ten, and I'm glad we're having it away because I think it's weighted more in my eyes to win on the road. And I have no doubt they are going to win on the road. And if they do, this is huge for us because now I could just focus on UCLA and what they're doing. And I don't feel that UCLA to me is kind of looking kind of beatable right now. So, but other than that, I'm going to continue to watch this week some other games. Keep an eye on the news so that we can come back to you and present anything else that we hear on the news of what injuries, right, or Kiyomi, and what you think, Seth?
MJ, let me know if we got a show coming up. We got a lot of lot of hoops coming up. I got a big day, so we got other shows coming up today.
Yeah.
We'll be back in the morning to talk. It's not a lot of hoops going on this week tonight,
Not a
but we
lot
got some
tonight.
hoops coming up tomorrow. Over the
Okay.
next couple days, we'll be building up to Thursday. That LSU Tennessee matchup
Ooh, yeah, that should be good.
should be fun on Thursday. So we'll be building up to that. I think we got a
Yes.
bet show coming up in about 45 minutes. Sess
Okay.
talks bets with MJ Lover 23. So look like we are on schedule for that. Man, y'all know the day is now what. So pull up and hang out with me and we'll talk hockey. Here you go. Um, we got now what coming up. We hanging out with welcome to HDI TV, and then y'all know now joining the conversation. And at some point, I think Juju will be back to talk polls because it's
Oh, Seth, I
come on
forgot.
down one day. So who you
Oh,
got?
Seth,
So
I
who's coming on
forgot.
down?
Thank you. Coming on
We
down.
can't. We got. Yeah, we can't leave
We had
without
it
coming
coming
on
on.
down.
Ole Miss coming on. Off. Come on, off. Joni, hey,
So
Joni, Joni did.
her seat still smoldering.
It's still smoldering. Okay,
Her
okay,
seat still
okay,
smoldering. It ain't on
okay,
fire.
okay, okay,
It ain't on fire. She stoked it a little bit, but
okay.
it seemed like the chat said that she slid that heat over to Coach Yo. So Coach Yo seat heating up.
Hey, that's a conversation, guys. That I would have loved to hear you guys. I didn't catch
We
what
can
y'all were saying, but I was wondering what y'all were saying though. I really did. What
we
y'all?
can talk.
That's interesting, sis.
You can
That's
still
that's
cook an egg on Joni's seat. Yeah.
okay.
You got Florida State going into the top 25. Okay. Okay, we gonna see.
Okay, okay,
The polls will
okay,
be out here
okay,
shortly. I think
okay.
Juju will be back with
I'll be
polls.
covering that if you like
I'll
to
look for
join.
those
I'd
later.
love to hear. Yeah, yeah. But I did wanted to hear what you had to say about that stuff because I was like, okay, they're on down. Cal may go down a little bit. Yeah, but as far as upsets, um, I think there was that, and I think there was one more, and I don't know. I don't can't remember it. There was a one more. Come on down. Iowa was it Iowa? Cess?
Did Iowa mess around and lose?
Did they mess around and lose? They went around and lose.
Oh goodness gracious! Let
Cess,
me
I think
find
they I
out.
think they did. I don't know
Let
why,
me
but I
find
want to see what you
out
thought.
who done lost in here. You said it was Iowa?
Was it Iowa, you guys?
Oh goodness. When did Iowa play? Saturday? Mm.
Friday?
Did Iowa lose?
I don't
That
know
I
why
don't
they're.
remember. Let me
I
see.
don't
Oh,
know why they're.
Maryland. Yeah, Iowa lost to Maryland, but that wasn't no upset though?
But that's not an
Wasn't
upset
Maryland
though.
ranked? Maryland was ranked higher than Iowa. I thought.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought Tennessee was gonna upset Oklahoma,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
they didn't pull that off. They
Close.
didn't
That
pull
was
that
very
off.
close though.
They almost. I don't know if it's enough to move them down, but
Nah.
that was the upset that I was looking for. Was Tennessee beating Oklahoma? So that didn't happen. I think they think they saved themselves. My girl Strack was hitting middies last night. Hey, there you go. I'm
And
still on the
Georgia
fence
and
about
Moore and
Maryland, and got to
Kentucky,
figure it out.
TCU beat Cincinnati, UCLA, Indiana, Kansas Tech, Texas State, Auburn, LSU, UConn. Kentucky. Yeah, just a little. I don't know. I thought Vandy was gonna make a little showing. No Calvin. That Ole
Nope, I
Miss
heard my
Texas
girl
is that
Gracie.
game?
Gracie was in foul trouble yesterday, so she didn't get down.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to
Hey!
see
But
Merkel do
North
too much.
Carolina looked good. North Carolina looked good. I don't care against Notre Dame. I thought they looked good. Keep an eye
No,
out
they look
on
like
North
what I saw
Carolina.
was got dang play good and looked like North Carolina played better without Deja is what I
Yep.
saw.
Yep. They didn't miss a beat. Didn't miss a beat.
Illinois losing to Minnesota was an upset. Merkel. You know what I'm saying? It's my
Yeah.
girl. They had Vandy 80% chance of winning against Kentucky.
I
Uh,
had them
yeah,
too.
they was wrong.
I thought they were.
They was wrong about that one.
I don't know.
They was wrong about that one. That Clemson Stanford game went to overtime. Stanford took a L.
Oh,
Louisville beat Wake Forest in overtime. I enjoyed that game.
yeah. Good for Louisville. Good for Louisville.
Iowa
Feels
State.
good to
I don't
get
know.
one.
Is Iowa State gonna make it back into 25 this year? I don't think so, y'all. I don't think
I
Audie making it back to the top
I don't
25.
think
It's
they're ready.
it's looking suspect. It's looking like slim
I
pickings for
don't
them to
think
get back
they're
into
ready.
25.
I don't know what
I
they
don't think
need,
they got
says.
enough. It's too bad. Something more. You think? Okay, you got
Well, I
Utah getting ranked. Okay,
oh Utah? Yeah, yeah. Why not? They got a
who
nice win on.
who
They
from
got a
Richmond is
nice win
better
on the
suited
books.
for UNC offense than Deja? The PG? Oh, the PG. Got you.
Point guard.
I don't know if Audie wants to be in that spotlight the rest of the season. Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe that's what
Audio
it
keeps
is. But
have
I
to
don't.
score 30, 40 points
Au-
if they want to win.
Audie played good, but I don't know that everything else look good. I don't know. I'm gonna watch that Ole Miss game. I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch
yeah,
that
says
Ole Miss
talk
game.
about that too when you do, because I want you to
Oh,
see. Because I was interested. I don't know when I turned it on a couple of times. Joni was just chilling on the bench. It looked like she was like, I'm just gonna. The look on her face when they went to camera was like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. I know I'm gone. But
cause
I'm
she
like,
threw a tantrum on it. She threw a tantrum at the last game. Oh gosh, Joni looked like she had went into we caught like she had caught the Holy Ghost on the side. She did this. She did this jump, turn around, spin thing.
she
I said,
always
uh
does
oh.
that.
I said, uh oh, Joni. And then she had her all black on, like she was going to a funeral, like she knew.
Like a
I,
omen,
I
like
said,
a omen.
oh, yeah, all black, like the omen. Puffy, hold me down. Ain't that what Lil Kim say? Never mind. I digress. Anyway, what if McMiller transferred to Iowa State? Too bad for her. Oh gosh. If Mc, I don't see it at Iowa State. Not for what it is that Kiyomi McMiller needs to be developed in.
Yeah.
Both my aunties in this bitch yelling, "Who are
Oh, are
you?" in the morning.
you?
Welcome to
It's time
ACI.
for
What's good?
you this morning. We gonna see you in a minute.
Kim Caldwell only coached 1 year at Marshall. I don't know how long she coached. That coach that got
Hey,
fired in the
let me
tunnel
tell you
last
about.
season.
I saw the record they
I
put
don't
up.
know.
I believe it was Kim Caldwell's record. And correct me if I'm wrong. She has a record of like 230 wins to 30, something crazy. And I was like, oh, that's why she got the job. she got.
Uh,
It's either her or Nell Fortner. I can't remember who I saw that, but Nell Fortner I know of. I've heard of her, and she's up for like front runner for Coach of the Year for Georgia Tech. And I'm trying to talk to you, Michelle, Shantae Michelle, because we just telling us, and I just jumped on board with you talking about yeah, I think Georgia Tech, but I think Georgia Tech is good. Oh, she did. Kim Caldwell coached 7 years, says a D2. So that must have been where she got all. She was like a top D2 winner. But they did a little story on her during the so you could see her pedigree or who she came up from under and what she did. Um, but I like her there. Like she do her homework. Oh, okay.
hey,
You talk.
that coach that got fired in the tunnel. Who was that? Who's the coach? I don't know if they working. I know
I don't know
Kelly
if they're
working
working.
though. I don't know if
Yeah.
that Utah State coach working. Y'all remind me, what's the Utah State coach name? That was the Utah State coach got fired, right?
Robert Lynn.
Who-
What are you talking about?
They got
Utah
fired in
State,
the
the one that
tunnel
worked for
last
the
year.
Sparks. No, she worked for the Sparks. The Utah Lynn Roberts.
No, not the Utah coach. Utah State coach. The coach that got fired in the tunnel in the
Oh,
portal last year. I mean, in the tournament last year. And was like, I don't know what we're gonna do next year. And still did the press conference after. She was like, I don't know what they're gonna do next year. They just told me I'm not gonna be here. Remember?
yeah, I certainly do. I certainly do remember.
Yeah. So
I certainly.
I
I
don't
just see
know.
her face. I can fit picture blue. Oh, Caldwell does. Okay, because she does something. Whatever she does, she does a good. She does a really good job of it. It's just a matter of the team executing, y'all. I mean, she's come down to the wire against two top teams in my eyes. Like I was telling Seth, I was like, and Seth broke it down to the T of why Puckett, whatever her name is, was just that wasn't. I mean, the shot could have been a better shot. 3 point is a low percentage shot. She got it a couple of steps in. Political Lil told me she should have went. She had time to get to the free throw and pop it. I don't know if she had the skill to do that, but she needed at least a step or two in, or at least a dribble and a step or two. I don't know. She had enough
It was
time,
Kayla Ard.
Kayla R. And what school was it?
Ard. Utah
Ard.
State. First round
Oh,
exit in the Mountain
Utah
West tournament.
State.
Utah State. She
Okay,
told her,
you were
hey,
right. You were
pull
absolutely
up
right.
her. It was her press conference. I don't know if she's working now. I don't know. I don't know where Kayla's at. That's what I'm talking about. I know it's Utah
See,
State.
I
I
don't
never
know what
forget
they
that
gonna
lady
do.
say.
I don't know what they gonna do. I mean, what do you
Um,
say? Maybe she could have played it off.
she was as honest as she could be. I don't know what she's doing now.
She's not a dribble. Says MJ told me that Puck is not a dribble into a shot shooter. Well, what does you want to? I mean, how
She
is
didn't have
that?
to. She didn't have to step back either, though. She didn't have to step back either. That's my whole point. She's
That's.
not. She didn't have to step
I'm just
back.
trying to
She
get
could have
her
shot it where she was
closer,
at.
MJ. Yeah, I'm not. She had time to step back. Why can't she step forward? That's
Oh, Kayla
all
Art
I'm
looked like she
saying.
living her best life. From what I see right here, she just living. I don't see her working nowhere right now.
Oh, that's what it is, Seth. They're answering my question because I was like, that girl, because I'm like, why does Kelly keep going to Puckett to take the last minute shots out of everybody that she has? And she says that's her recruit out of the Porter
That's a Kelly
players.
recruit. She don't Caldwell don't know
Um,
nothing about her. Well, she should have
oh, that's
stepped
a
to the
Kelly.
side. She could have stepped forward.
Oh,
Anything. She
yeah,
didn't have to
okay.
step back to the 3 point line.
I mean, Cooper could have took it. Spearman could have. You could
She
have took
had eight.
anybody
She had
off the
8 seconds.
screen. She had
She had
eight
8 seconds. She
seconds,
panicked.
y'all.
She panicked.
But that's a long
That's my
time.
story.
Eight
I'm sticking
seconds
to it.
is she's a spot up shooter. It wasn't about her not wanting. I didn't have a problem with her taking a shot. I just felt like you had time to get a bit. She's short. It's spot on to the rim. It's going right there. It's just not. It's the second time. It's just. It looks like you're straining to get that to reach and even hit a rim or even have a chance of rallying for a rebound. Nothing. 35%, that's not bad of 3 point shooters. I mean, that's
Everyone
not
else was
bad.
covered. They wanted Puckett to shoot
That's
it. They
good.
rolled the dice and were right. And she was wrong. She just needed one step in.
She's yeah. Yeah.
Toe on the
And
line.
that's
Anything.
but they go to her though.
Any,
They the way they
anything.
pass the screen, they want her to take it. And it's just happening. But I feel like the odds are for her down the line that's going to,
She may,
once it
yeah,
falls, it's going
maybe
to
it'll work for her.
fall. It's going to work. It's just not
It
working
may.
now. I mean, the
Keep
odds are
trying.
there. Keep
Keep
trying.
trying.
Keep trying. Keep
That's all I
trying.
can say.
Yeah,
That's what you
that's all
said.
I
That's
can
what she's
say.
there for. They're gonna keep going to her. Keep trying. You'll knock it down, kid. Keep shooting. Shoot or shoot. But
Hmm.
it was a long walk back to the locker room and a longer walk back to the dorm after that game yesterday. I know that.
I mean, when you think about it, you're not expected to win. You're 14th. That playing
Yeah, but
what,
what I'm
number
talking about is
14. You're
all
not
of the
expected to
all
win.
of the work they did to come back. All of the work that they did to come
Yeah,
back. They were down.
yeah,
all of that they did
Yeah.
to come back to have it go like that
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. They've been
Man,
having a couple of
you shot
those
that.
too.
You didn't even have to shoot it that fast. Yeah, you gotta have guts to take the last shot, and
You
you gotta
do.
have
You
even more
do.
guts. You gotta have even more guts to show up after you miss that thing and shoot it again. So I mean, the kid will be fine. You gotta have a short memory, but you gotta keep trying. I,
Yeah.
I think she'll take a different shot next time. It's 2 times.
Yeah.
I don't see Kayla working yet, either. I just I just double
But
checked. I don't see Kayla back working yet.
Kayla, who's Kayla?
That coach, they asked me what happened to the Utah State coach. I don't see her back with another team
Oh,
yet.
gotcha. Gotcha.
So, but with that, y'all, I got to get ready to get out of here. Back in just a little bit. Let's talk bets with MJ Lover.
MJ
And
Lover
back in the
in the
morning with Check
house.
Ball. We up. Y'all run them likes up for us. If you didn't hit the like on the way in, hit
Please.
the like on the way out. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting for? Hit that subscription. Y'all stay in this conversation. We back in the morning. Check Ball. We up. Until next time, stay tuned. Talk soon. We